So, quick here at the start, YouTube folks. If there was a little connectivity difficulty yesterday, and if you are watching and there's a glitch, just know that you can always hop over onto Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, then when I notice that the YouTube stream is choking a little bit, then I'll try to pause it and restart it. But Facebook seems to be a little bit more stable right now. I'm looking into some other options, but for now, when there's a glitch, I can't imagine how YouTube is holding up right now, and I'm grateful. Thank you so much for all the things you are showing us. It's incredible. How fortunate to have all of this in place. Right? That said, there's a quality of judgment that's starting to show a little bit as we try to make sense, as new things try to work, and as old things aren't available. It feels like we're getting a little cranky, which makes all the sense in the world. And so, as we practice today, we will practice fairly quietly, especially as we're coming into, day 23. Some of you may be familiar with what we're doing. And in that familiarity, there is a quiet. One of the things that I love about cooking is the quiet that I can find because I'm familiar with the tools. I'm familiar with some of my own recipes that I just know how to make no matter what. And so similarly, these are a recipe of gestures. And if we can become quiet with them, it's simply making what we need internally without making a lot of upheaval, without making a lot of commentary. We trust the process. And so building your seat, making sure you've got your playlist ready to go. We are on April 2020 off of Spotify. If you don't use Spotify, look at it. You can see it online. You can reach that link off of my website and look at the Spotify list and then rebuild it in whatever platform you stream your music from. On a cassette tape. Set yourself up. And you've got a strap and you've got a bolster, or you're seated in a chair. And from there, we begin. Good morning and good morning. A quiet one. Because every so often, they just need to be quiet. See what you find. Settle your seat. Shake out the shoulders. Heart high, chin lightly in. Find it. Palms are bright. Eyes closed. And when your hands are still, feel the change in your hands. We're making change. We are evolving our energetic state. And as we do, we want guidance. And so the mantra we use, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. If it's new to you, just listen. Just know that you're being protected. Just know that there's a portal being made. It doesn't mean that we'll do this throughout the class. It doesn't mean that it will be unfamiliar. We'll move right into physical movements after this. And so if it's new for you, just steady on. Inhale with me. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists. Start your playlist. Here we go. East London Street. So starting at East London Street, set your things aside, come to stand. If you're seated, just swinging your feet out in front of you. Legs go long. Side to side. Side to side. And as you arrive standing, then begin to come upright more clearly. Set your gaze onto one point. And from that gaze and from that sweep, find your breath to exhale with each lift of your heel. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Three, two, one. Step wide, hands wide. Soften your knees. Take your right foot to your left. Inhale. And left hand to right foot. Exhale, fold. Scare to that. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up, open. Exhale, fold across. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Maybe closing your eyes the last 5. For 2. And for 1. Right elbow, left knee to repeat. Open and close. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Three, 2, and 1. Changing left elbow, right knee. Inhale, exhale. Three, 2, and 1. Hands down. Bring your feet together. Right heel to the floor. Drive right knee up, right knee wide, and the tip of the toe down behind you. And then right knee up and center and down. Find your breath. Inhale, tip of the toe, and then exhale, tip of the heel. Inhale, tip of the toe, and down. 1 more. Strong in the left standing leg, heart high, chest broad. And changing. Right foot down, left heel, left knee, and wide, tip of the toe. Heel to your hip, knee up, heel to the floor. Inhale up and around. And exhale, heel up and to the floor. 1 more. And stand. Heels down, feet long. Add your strap. The strap goes behind you. If you don't have a strap, I put links up on the website if you want to order a real strap. Otherwise, a scarf or a towel will do really well. Hands behind your back. Chest is broad, knuckles down. And then sit your seat back as your knees bend. Roll your ribs down and your hands up overhead. Inhaling here. Exhale, sit down, hands down. Inhale, rise tall. And exhale, sit. And inhale, fold. Opening the upper back. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, right. And exhale, sit down. And inhale, fold. Exhale, sit. Inhale, rise. And down. And up over. And sit down. One more. We go like that. Sit down into the seat. Bend the knees. Crease the hips. And fold over and stay. Letting yourself move side to side. Let that open the sides of your back. Turn at the chin. Even allowing your toes to rise and fall will start making a little shift through the back body. And then your hands come down and your seat comes down. And your legs go out long. As you come onto your back, knees are bent, feet are flat, arms wide. Right leg goes straight out and to the right a step, 30 degrees. Inhale, bring it to center. Exhale, sweep wide. Inhale, exhale. So, John, if you're feeling a click in your hip, anybody that feels a click in their hip, their femur is pulling a little bit out of that hip socket. And one way around that is to bend your knee and not go quite as far. And what you're going to do is begin to rebuild all of the connective tissue of that hip joint. So keeping your knee a little bit bent, let me know if that helps. Keep the rise and the fall of your heel or your knee a little bit less. And as you build strength through the front, the back, and the sides of your hip joint, then that slipping in and out will decrease. One more. And set it down. Draw your right knee into your chest, interlacing your fingers over your shin. Bring it close. And stay. Left leg walks out long. You flex both feet and have length from your heels to your toes, as though you could lengthen the arch of your foot. And feel that length behind the back of your knees. Feel that length through the front of your hip. Feel the length in your feet through the spine. Left knee bends. Foot flat, right hand behind your thigh. Hold your outer ankle, your outer shin, or your outer foot, so you can bring your right knee down toward the floor. Left hand on your left thigh, lightly press away. Left foot flat. And your left hip will peel off the floor so slightly, and the right knee will drop. And the pelvis will be wrung out in between, and your breathing goes down into your abdomen. And your exhalation softens your face. It softens your plans and your opinions. And the right leg goes out long. Shake out your foot side to side, your knee up and down. The right knee bends. Left leg walks out long, hands wide. Left heel a step to the left, and then inhaling up and exhaling down. Again, if you pop your femur out of your hip socket, you'll feel it pop in and out. It's not actually coming out. It's just lifting a little out of the socket. And what you'll do is keep your left knee a little bit more bent. You won't go quite as high or as low. And by continuing the movement, you're going to build the connective tissue around that holds the femur in the socket. And you'll also allow the connective tissue, it's going to become longer and stronger. So that it has more flexibility, but it also stays seated in the joint. If it doesn't bother you, left leg long, 3 and 2. John, let me know if that works. And bring it up. Left knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers over your left shin. Keep it close. And let your right leg go long. Opening the front of your right hip, opening your thigh. Flex your feet, open and close your toes. Good, good, good. And then right heel out so long. quiet. Soften your quiet. Make space. Right knee bends. Half happy baby. Left hand behind your thigh, your outer shin, your outer ankle, outer foot. Left knee down. Right hand on your right thigh. Press it away. The right hip peels off the floor. Your right foot is flat and heavy on the floor. Your left heel is over your knee. Be still. Sometimes so essential. Left leg long. Shake it out side to side. Shake the knee out, up and down. And bring the left knee back in. Roll yourself. Again, if you're tuned in on YouTube and the feed gets choppy, hop onto Facebook. It seems to be steadier there. Sitting in the middle of your bolster, legs out wide. If your hamstrings are tight, your knees are bent, that's fantastic. Or as your legs lengthen, sit your seat back, a little arch in the back, and move side to side. Side to side. So that this sweep of breath can move through you. And maybe as you make space, you make a little pace. It quickens and it strengthens. Three. And two. And one. Coming upright, fingertips inside your thighs, heels long, elbows broad. A little bit side to side. Heart long, legs long, toes long. Allow the inner thighs to lengthen. Allow them. Feel how we grip as though pulling our knees towards our hips. Folding. Allow length. Allow length. And rise up. Allowing your legs to cross now, sitting tall. And bring your playlist to start at Antidote right here so that we're all started together. Even if we were partway into it, bring it back to the beginning. Just settle. If you know where you're going, go. Eyes closed, left hand behind your head. Right hand, thumb to the palm, fingers over the thumb. A reverse circle through the right hand. Chest broad. Hips square, shoulders square. So if this is your work, stay with a bent elbow. Any shoulder injury, keep your hand lower than your shoulder in your circle. As you're ready, the arm straightens. Lightly engaging the low abdomen. The outer hips gather towards the center of the low belly, even lightly lifting the pelvic floor as we're beginning to build the bandha here. And as you feel that, eyes closed, gathering the low abdomen back and a little bit up, lifting the pelvic floor. Feel how that little gathering at the base makes length in the spine. Heart up, chin lightly in, back of the neck is long. So if you put the work in the spine, there can be an ease in the circle of your right hand. Long, smooth breathing right here. Support yourself. Lightly gathering the low abdomen back and up. Pelvic floor. Heart up, chin in. What if you direct your attention to your spine and its extension, rather than the attention in your right shoulder or your right arm? Pelvic floor up. Navel back, heart up, chin in. Find that. And you will stabilize your energy. And change hands. Right hand opens, hand behind your head. Left hand wide, thumb to your palm, fingers over your thumb, and a reverse circle. Soften your shoulders, square your chest. Settle your seat. Mula Bandha, the root look. Low abdomen back and up. Lengthening the spine. Heart up, chin in. Left arm straightens as you can. Hint of a smile. Long, smooth breathing. What are you turning on? Today I am seeking. Today I am opening so that the answers can come to me. So many questions. And so I stabilize my spine. I allow my left shoulder to open. I am stable and ready. That I may have questions, but they don't unseat who I am. Because who I am is right here, right here. Who I am is known. My circumstances change. My reactions may have a question. But my victory is already complete. We are home. Nice and steady. Three. 2. Hands up. Inhale, add 3 sips. Heart up, chin in, lift the pelvic floor. So you're extending through the spine, reaching through the crown, chin up, and exhale. It comes down, hands on thighs. And one more like that, really containing ourselves. Soft inhale, heart comes up, chin comes in, catch it, lengthen the back of your neck, lift the pelvic floor, hold the low abdomen. Just feel that build. And then release the pelvis, the chest, the throat, the breath. Whenever you feel out of sorts, that gathering, that knitting together of the low abdomen, and it comes all the way from the sides of the sacrum. It holds us. And it's a time to really build that because of all the things going on. So palms face your body and they slide down. And it's this little circle through the shoulders and a little circle through the elbows. And I'm going to be quiet and you're going to close your eyes. And we let this circle just flush and clear the space of our joints and the space that surrounds us. Keeping your attention lightly in the spine. You feel like a little bit of the root lock, a little lift of the pelvic floor, a little heart up, chin in. The spine's so long. Stay in the spine and let the hands move easily. And as you begin to really experience a clearing, what would you replace it with? Find that expression. Find the sensation where you would like to land today. Where would you conclude? Where are you headed? Give yourself that ending point and feel it right now. That I feel clear. And my questions feel closer to answered. That there are possibilities rather than answers. And that I feel my joy return. A contentedness and ease. Doesn't all have to be answered today. And if that was true, and I was content, it didn't have to be answered today. It's all taking shape, and I'm not in charge. Wouldn't that be great? You just feel that in your body. And hands up high. 3 sips in, go. Heart up, chin in, pause, pelvic floor rising. Gather yourself, lengthen the neck, and then release it wide. Hands out, hands out, hands out. If you're new, bend your elbows, rest a moment. If you are not new, hands wide. Flex of the wrists. So as you need to, elbows bend, heart stays high. Heart up, chin lightly in, you're reaching through the crown of your head. And long, smooth breathing, just moving at the wrists, and as you're ready, the arms extend. And that interminable question, am I doing a good job? We ask that question most often when we're doing something new, or when we've been doing something and we make a change to it. And we're like, it was good before. Is it still good? Are we doing it right? And sometimes that question creates an incredible leak of energy. That asking, and instead we can build our base. We can rise. We can clear the breath, loosen the face and the jaw. So this axis of the spine stabilizes our mind, and the flex of your wrist flushes energy, unlocking what's been caught, each joint at a time. Always clearing the space that surrounds us. Always charging the magnet that holds us. 20 seconds, loves, 20 seconds. And then we can give it a smile, and we can come into it, and we can let it light us up instead of fighting or questioning. Hand up and shake down. Rest your hands on your thighs, and we will gather here, stabilizing. If you choose, inhale up, heart up, chin in, catch it, pelvic floor lifts, and just feel that really coalesce. Lengthen the spine, back of the neck, brain, heart, gut, all accessible, and let it go. At a level of our gut intuition, we know. At a level of immediate impression of emotion, we know. At a level of inner wisdom and study, we know. These are aligning. Come stand. Feet wider than hips, hands out, elbows bend. One hand and then the other. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. It's swift and steady. Put your weight in your heels, let your toes rise, let your knees bend a little. And the spine stays nice and steady. Toes drop, arms out low. Inhale, exhale. Eyes closed, steady breath. Imagine that your base is actually from your heart to your heels. like a great letter A, and your pelvis is the line across the middle of the A, a capital letter A, right? And that's how big your base is. That's how stable you are. When we feel very tippy and thrown around, remember, I am stable. You are built with this tremendous, malleable, flexible, but safe, centering axis all the way down into your feet. So when you feel tempted to grip at your shoulders, I want you to soften, let your shoulders descend, and you put your energy and all that gripping, that tightening energy, drop it down into your feet. Become more substantial in your stance and more free in your arms and your chest. Keep distributing the tension you may be generating. Keep grounding it like lightning down into the floor, that you could use it, but it doesn't constrain or constrict or contract. You're creating a current. And as that current gets stronger, it feels brighter. Keep it open and ground into your feet. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hands up high, bring it up, 3 sips. And shake it down. Bring it right down to your seat. And in your seat, landing, quiet, sitting tall. Pausing. Finding your seat, tail back a little bit. Little arch of the back, settle your seat, right? Backs of the thighs. Palms open. Chest broad. Heart up, chin in, shoulders down, and shoulder blades towards your spine. Navel back. Engage the lower abdomen. So find that divine alignment. And begin to open your arms. Long, steady breathing. Eyes closed, long, steady breathing. Palms are open. Lightly engaging the low abdomen, lightly lifting the pelvic floor. Heart up, chin in. Shoulders down. Keep softening your shoulders. Same experience. As you build, empty that charge down into your seat. And the elbows bend. And you sit tall. Just pause, just feel. Back of the neck stays long. Creating that axis between that access, not A-X-I-S, but access, like opening between heart and head. And shake out your shoulders and shake out your hands. And in the notes later on, tell me if this increased instruction is helping. Not necessarily today with the practice. Make tight fists, hands up high, point a first finger, a middle finger, a ring finger, a pinky finger, and keep going one finger at a time. And each time you're firming your finger, you're reaching from your shoulders to your fingertips and from your shoulders to your seat, all the way up, all the way through. So tell me later if it starts to feel like your energy is stable and directed. That sometimes when we start out, it's moving all through us and rearranging us. And that's exactly what I want to talk about on Sunday after our class, is that increasing the frequency of your energy doesn't mean that you're just going to hop into contentment. There are stages that we go through, and knowing that and having those stages in your mind or accessible to refer to, I think is just incredible sanity and power. So that will be on Sunday. Right now, last set, open and close your hands, reach and shake it down. To your belly, Opening your blanket so that you are padded from your hip to your heart. Again, if you don't have a blanket, the blanket you want is a blanket that doesn't compress. So a fleece blanket won't work, but a cotton blanket, there's a link to it. It says how to on my website, and under there, there's all sorts of links to props for everything you would need. Hands beside your ribs, elbows back, legs long, float your feet. Inhale, legs open, exhale to close. Inhale to open, exhale to close. Each time your feet come together, bring your elbows a little closer together. And as your elbows get closer, the back of your neck gets long. Feel the spine, navel to back. So we can still find the root right here. And as we gather the low belly into the body, the spine lengthens and we continue to open long. It's everywhere. It's always holding us, always guiding us. Feet together, feet flat, heart up. Find a whisper of ha. Same breath, close your mouth, out your nose. Now roll it down and roll it up. Hands a little bit forward if you need to, if it's sort of creating congestion. But your hips stay on the floor and you are massaging your whole front body. You're broadening your collarbones. You're lengthening through the front surface of your spine. For 2. And for 1. Cross your forearms. Put your forehead on your forearms and walk your elbows a little further forward. Walk your thighs a little back. Let the whole front body become very, very long. Bend of your knees and your feet side to side. Tension out of your hips, tension out of your spine. And walk yourself to hands and knees. And as you do, put your knees together and your feet flat. If you're pregnant, knees wide, tops of your feet down, and just fold to child for a moment. Palms down and away. If you like, come onto fingertips. Pressing the fingertips down and away will make space in the upper back. Let your head descend. Just 3 full breaths, head down. Walk yourself up and take everything from the back of your blanket down to the front. And again, find your cross-legged seat, hands on thighs, eyes closed, feeling yourself settle into your seat. And Satali breath, calming, cooling. The tongue is halfway out. Roll it into a tube. And breathe in through the tube and out through the nose. In the tube and out the nose. Eyes closed, just try it out. If you can't roll into a tube, then put the tip of your tongue behind your front teeth and breathe in through the sides of your cheeks and out through your nose. Such a phenomenal breath for calming our state, cooling our perspective. When you feel out of sorts, 3 minutes of this breath can really make some clarity, some simplicity. On the long, slow exhalation, softening the surface of your face, softening the back of your body, letting the chest rise, the chin lightly in. And letting it go. Keep it that quiet. Put your heels under your knees. Loosen your seat a little. Sit right in the middle of your blanket. Start a circle. So you're circling into the seat, imagining that you're seated on a square. You go up to a front corner, over to the other corner, to a back corner and the other back corner. So you find how substantial the base of your body can be. And then you begin to smooth that out. A little arch of the back as you come forward, a little rounding as you go around, and then find the sides of your hips, the sides of your seat. Inhaling across the front and exhaling across the back. If you feel racy and you want to reverse that breathing, see how it goes. Get a little taller through the spine by engaging your low abdominals, but not so that it takes over, But just start to play with that. See what happens if you can steer the whole of the spine from the seat and reverse. Oh. But it's here that we remember who we are, where we come from, what we're made of, what we've seen and where we've been. The legacy of our family, for better, for worse, our home. And everything that we've made of our home ourselves. As we became adult, we chose things and we released others. I am not that anymore, I am this. So grounding ourselves into our own choices, into the home we've made, is important. So we are not unseated as things change. Pause, Tom. Hands make little hooks. If you need to, shake out your legs. Like if cross-leg is enough, you can sit this way. You can have a bend in your knees. All works well. And little hooks, roll your shoulders forward. Open the backs of your arms, the tips of your elbows. Imagining a diamond on the back of the body, the base of the skull, the back of the left shoulder, the back of the right shoulder, right behind the waist. Feel those points and let this movement free up all of the connections in the middle of that diamond. The muscles along the spine, under the shoulder blades, along the ribs. Keep breathing it in and out. Under the armpits and reverse. Yours can be small and really organized, and that can feel absolutely fantastic that there's something organized right now. Great. If you need a little more disruption, that being in a tumult or a turmoil is okay, and you just need to be in that turmoil, then you go. When you open your chest and you open your arms and you open your shoulders and you lengthen down the top, the back of your neck, the tops of your shoulders. Now activate your base. Lift your pelvic floor. Keep your movement. Navel to spine, keep your movement. Direct all of this energy up. Heart up, chin in, you are rising. Bring it right to the crown of your head. 5, 4, 3, 2, hands up. Inhale, 3 sips. Heart up, chin in, pelvic floor rising. You are a pillar of energy, light, and information. Release the locks, the throat, the seat, the breath, the hands come down. Come to legs long. Shake out your feet, shake out your knees. Hands go behind you. Little bend in the knees, heart comes up, spine is long. Bend in the elbows. Get your wrists ready, and then elbows back. One knee in and one leg long. Inhale, exhale, heart up. You may work right here. This is fantastic. If it makes your hip flexors crazy, you can keep your knees bent, right? You're building lower abdominal muscles. These are the muscles that we're activating when we're lifting the pelvic floor. There's a relationship here. And when we sit a lot in our chairs, in our seats, in our workplace, legs long, then these get rusty almost from inaction. They become less pliable. And we begin relying on connective tissue instead of muscular tissue to move here. And it's here that we want muscle, not connective tissue, moving us. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Remember our wonderful quote from yesterday, move your boat up the mountain. I love that. Inhale, exhale. Always bending your knees again when you need to. Give it time, give it day after day. And as you begin to repair the use of this lower abdominal motion, this is what holds us together emotionally, right? When we feel out of sorts on the exhalation, bring your navel to your body and you will stabilize how you're feeling and you'll come back to yourself and you'll root down into your feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit up tall. Legs crossed, but your heels are under your knees, are quite far forward. You sit right in the middle of your blanket, your bolster. Take your strap behind you. And with your hands the width of your seat, maybe wider if you need to, a little forward fold. And inhale coming up. And exhale folding down. And inhale up. And beginning to add the arms. That as you fold down, your hands cup overhead. So if this movement through the arms and through the spine and through the hips is making you crazy, you are absolutely invited Saturday morning, 9:30 to 11. My vinyasa is made to support the movements of our Kundalini practice. And so we'll have one more vinyasa for the April series, opening the chest, lengthening the spine, and freeing the hips. And eyes closed, and we settle. Two, and 1. And hands on thighs. Adjust your seat in any way you need to. Slight arch in the low back, slight lift of the chest, slight tuck of the chin. I am this. I am this clarity, and I am this light. And so our meditation serves to melt away any other inner conversation that would doubt this. Hands to fists, thumbs up, knuckles together, heels of your hands together, your thumbs up, the base of your thumbs together, like this. Heart up, chin in, navel ever so lightly engaged. Find that. Settle. In the nose, out the mouth like a sigh, soft and slow. In the mouth as though sipping in the air. Out the nose, navel to spine, tall. In the nose. Out the mouth. In the mouth. Out the nose. In the nose. Out the mouth. In the mouth. Out the nose. In the nose. Out mouth. In mouth. Out nose. In nose. Keep your pace, keep your pattern. Out the mouth, in the mouth. Out the nose, in the nose. Focus on the breath, on the pattern. Out mouth, in mouth. Out nose, in nose. Stay with the pattern 30 seconds. Out breath, out mouth, in mouth. Out nose, in nose. One more round. And releasing your hands. Releasing the technique. And today we go inhale all the way up. Hold a beat, stretch. Stay here. Exhale. Inhale up, up, up. Stay here. Exhale. One more. We go in and up. Out, 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 out. Hands down. Just feel that out. We'll conclude there today. It's an option if you don't want to rest in your Shavasana. You can always pause right there and really draw the energy up and through you and disperse it out. I will close this out. You're welcome after that to rest in your Shavasana. Give yourself 2 or 3 minutes. Or for just 20 seconds, we'll stay. Eyes closed, being still, upright in the world. Savoring the sensation. As though you were listening for something. As though you were seeking something. And then we finish it up. I inhale up wide. Palms together, down the middle. Shake it out. 2 more up. Down the middle. And the last time, let's go. Palms together, thumbs to the forehead center. I am this, Sat Nam. 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam, I see myself. Namaste, I see you. So I will see you tomorrow at noon. Again, Saturday morning is vinyasa that matches this, broadening the chest, strengthening the spine, opening the seat. All of that makes this more possible. And then Sunday, classes from 8 to 9. And if you like, from about 9:05 to 9:20 or so, I'll move through that scale, how our frequency shifts our emotional state. And that should be up on my website under resources. So it says more, and one of the more drop downs is resources by the end of the day today. So you can take a look at it, you can print it out, but it's very, very useful. And I will see you so soon. Fantastic.